Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today I'm going to be doing a Funko Pop tag that was on Collecting Plastics. I hope you guys got that. That was on Collecting Plastics. He actually tagged me in it, so I will be doing my top 10 most wanted Grail Pops. Grail is kind of like something that I can't acquire right now. Like, it's not a common pop that I can get wherever. It's something that's been retired or, you know, hasn't been released for a while. But anyways guys, let's get on to number 1. Okay guys, so these really aren't in any order, but I do have my number 1, which is my favorite one, which it will be number 1 spot, but we're going to start at number 10 here. Now number 10, which is Giants Woody. Now Giants Woody is one that was actually released at the baseball game that you went to in 2014, and it was Woody, and he was on a base, and instead of it saying Toy Story, it was a bobblehead too, I believe. Instead of it saying Toy Story, it actually said Giants. It had the logo. They're a baseball team, if you didn't know. And they're in San Francisco. Also, instead of having nothing in his hand, he had a glove in his hand. Now, that's my number 10. I think it's a great pop. It's worth about $46 on the pop price guide, you know, give or take, depending on who you're buying it from. Okay, so from my number 2, I actually have Jawa. Now, Jawa is a Star Wars character, and I really like this one because it's very different. They're wearing like a robe, and then the eyes are supposed to look dark and kind of like shining out, so they use kind of like orange jewels for the eyes, which I think is super cool. And this one is actually $43 on the pop price guide, and I hope to acquire this one. This one's not worth too much, but I think it would be a great one to have in my collection. Now for number 3, I actually have Steamboat Willie. Now Steamboat Willie is a great character. This is kind of like the original Mickey Mouse, which is really cool. I like it how they also made it in black and white instead of making it a color, which I don't know how they would do the color, but I think it looks really good all in all. And yeah, I like the way they have the hat on it. And if you don't know that little scene, it's kind of that one part where before most Disney movies, it's kind of like him spinning the wheel of the boat, and then he's whistling, you know, do 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 do. I don't want to do that for too long because I might get copyrighted because of how good it was. Okay guys, so up next I actually have Bullseye. Now this is the Target dog, which was exclusive to Target a while ago, and some of the funds were going to the SPCA, I believe, but don't quote me on that. And it is worth $22. I just never found it at my local Target, so I never picked it up. So I'm putting this in as one of my Grail Pops. I think it's a great one all in all, and I love Target and that dog. Up next on number 4 or 5, I believe I have no, it's number 5. Number 5, I have Nerd Cthulhu. Now, Nerd Cthulhu was exclusive to Emerald City Comic Con, and it is worth $130 on the pop price guide. Of course, you can find these things for more or less, but that's the median of this one, and or the average. Nerd Cthulhu is like the same as Cthulhu, like I have here, the patina one, but it's got glasses on and it's green. It's like a lime-ish green, not the darker green. And yeah, I think this is a great pop. I love Cthulhu. I think it's great. H.P. Lovecraft. I've never actually read the book by him, but I hear that it is a good book and that it's very like it's like mythology and kind of that kind of like mysterious kind of book. Now for my next pop, I actually have Conan. Now this is Conan O'Brien, not Conan the Barbarian, but Conan actually had 4 shows for this year and for last year, or 2 years ago because, you know, it's 2017 now. And it was like people who went there actually got to get the pop if you went to the show at Comic-Con. And the first show that he ever did was him, the original Conan, which I really like, and it is worth $250, like I said. But I think it's a great pop, and I actually want to pick this one up if I ever see it on eBay or if I ever see it for a good deal on a website. Now for my next one, I actually have Reggae Rasta. I believe this is 7 or 8, 7 I believe. But anyways, Reggae Rasta is a great pop, and this is actually supposed to be Bob Marley. Now, Reggae Rasta normal is worth about $70, but then for the Chase version, it's worth around $300. I think this is a great pop. I don't know why they just called him Bob Marley instead, but I think maybe they didn't have the license to it, but everybody knows it is Bob Marley. But yeah, this is a great pop. I like the way they did it. It's very detailed for one of the older characters, and the Pop Rocks line actually was very detailed back then, and I think they all look like great characters. Now for my next pop, I actually have Freddy's Ride New York Taxi. Now, Freddy's Ride New York Taxi is a great pop. It's also kind of like a pop ride that was exclusive to New York Comic Con, which was last year, 2016. And I like it because it's Freddy Funko in his car, but instead it's painted like a taxi, and he's wearing more of like a bolo, or not a suit, not a bolo suit. I'm thinking of a bolo tie, sorry. They're those little ones that aren't really ties. Anyways, I'm thinking of the, you know, like a leather jacket almost, and he's like got the sunglasses on to look kind of like he's from New York. I think it's a great pop. It's only worth $33, but it is one of those ones that I can't acquire just like on any day, so I think it's a great pop, and that's why it is my number 7? Yes, 7. Or 8. I don't even know where I am anymore. So for this pop, I actually have Black and White Freddy Funko. Now, Black and White Freddy Funko is actually a 9-inch character. I almost bought it maybe 2 years ago, I believe it was, when it came out around then, and it is worth $155. So I think this is a great pop. I like the way they do the 9-inch characters, and they're coming back with those with the, which one is it? The Groot one for the Guardians of the Galaxy 2. It's actually going to be almost like a life-size baby Groot, which I think is really cool. It's about the same size as my Buzz Lightyear, if you guys don't know that one. I actually have the Comic-Con exclusive, which was the 2011 one. It's 360 pieces made, the metallic one. I think it's a great pop, but the Black and White Freddy one looks really neat. I love how he's got his crown on. He's huge, and he's holding the pop logo, so it's a huge pop logo. I just think it looks, all in all, really amazing. Now, for my number 1 spot on the pop top 10 Grails list, I have, drum roll please, Notorious B.I.G. Now, this probably doesn't surprise you because I did have some of my music as rap for my outros and hip-hop. So he is actually almost like one of my top favorite hip-hop artists, and I think he's great. Notorious B.I.G. comes in at around $120 for the normal one, but for the Chase version, or not the Chase, they had a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which was $690. So yeah, guys, that is very expensive, but that is my top 10 Grail Pops. I'll tell you who I will be tagging now. Okay guys, so for my tag, I will actually be tagging Jay Unboxed. He is kind of like a YouTuber who does all Funko stuff, but he's kind of steered away and does more collectibles and unboxings now. And I will also be shouting Hot Pops. I hope he does one. He's a newer YouTuber, and I really hope that he does this because he gave me a shout out. I gave him a shout out a few videos ago, and he's just a great kid, and I think he'll do great with this video. And lastly, I actually have Lord Chris Berg. Now, he's got over 5,000 subscribers, so I don't know if he's actually going to do it because I am smaller than him, but he's got way more subscribers than me, and I hope that he does this video. So you guys comment down below, make sure that they find out that I tagged them in this video. You know, go to their YouTube, say Top Pops tagged you. Anyways, guys, this has been another episode of Top Pops. This is my top 10 Grail Funko Pops that I want. Thank you to Collecting Plastic for giving me this opportunity and tagging me in this. This has been another episode of Top Pops. Thanks for watching.
X gon' give it to you. What? Wait for you to get it on your own. X gon' deliver to you. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's real.